Record.
How it goes, family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys having a great, exceptional day. Trying out some new filters. You know me, I love to play around with my background. Sometimes I do the same old, because I'm in a rush. But this will be my last video for tonight, so it is what it is. But today's, I'm remembering one great, known as Reginald F Lewis. Even though it isn't Black History Month, remembering great Black entrepreneurs of the past, not just the present, is a wonderful thing, because if you do not know where you're coming from, definitely do not know where you're going. I don't care what race you're a part of, what religion you're a part of, whatever you're a part of, you always got to remember your past and always show respect to your elders and whatnot, whether they're here or whether they're gone. According to the article that I read the other day, Reginald F Lewis was one of the richest African-American men in the 1980s and the first African-American to build $1 billion company, within the United States. His best-selling book, which I just purchased, Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun, is one of the biggest favorites for most Black entrepreneurs. A small portion of the book briefly describes a conversation Mr. Lewis had with another Black attorney. And in this hyper-intensified information age and fast-paced generation, people forget that the kinds of people that you communicate with on a daily basis and the kinds of exchanges truly matter, family. And by the way, I definitely need to, like I said, I can't wait. I'm actually purchasing it on Amazon, waiting for it to come in now. It's going to be a great book. You know, Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun? In a positive context, not a negative context. So, you know, it is what it is. And remember, to be a successful Black man back in the 1980s and not have as much access to information that we do nowadays means a lot. That means this person or people like him hunkered down even more so. Library, going to certain events, going to communicating with certain people, going to spaces that they were not welcome to, means a lot, all right? The article also said that during the conversation, he expressed his desire to see more African Americans involved in mergers and acquisitions as a business and wealth creation strategy. And given the fact that we live in a time with so many successful Black professionals, music artists, podcasters, actors, and athletes that own businesses and can definitely be a part of the mergers and acquisition process of businesses, especially with the great examples like when Ice Cube and LL Cool J partnered together to get their own basketball sports league. Martin and Shaq partnered together to have their own comedy clubs and comedy tours, and Damon Dash making money moves to create his own football league, and he has his own studios in Los Angeles. The definition of business merger and acquisitions are actually transactions in which the ownership of companies, other business organizations, or their operating units are transferred or consolidated with other entities. And before I go forward, one of the craziest things I remember, Damon Dash is actually he actually wants to have his own football league now because he was going to purchase a football team, but they blocked him from doing so. Same thing with LL Cool J and Ice Cube. Because nowadays it's not even just when it comes to the kind of discrimination that exists in today's world in the United States of America. It's not blocking you from using public facilities. It's not blocking you from, being able to get a good job, but it's blocking you from being able to own an economic empire because, like you see in South Central Los Angeles, where a lot of commercial real estate buildings cannot get owned in a town where you have a lot of Black millionaires in Los Angeles because of the entertainment industry and because of the sports industry. And a lot of people cannot buy certain buildings because certain things happen in the real estate aspect. I remember there was a movie, and the sad thing is it exists to this day. There was a movie that Samuel Jackson and I forgot the other gentleman from, he's been in the Marvel superhero movies, from New Orleans, Louisiana, who basically they were rich Black men in Los Angeles, but they could not purchase real estate in certain areas and get certain business deals done. This is back in the 1940s and 50s because, of segregation and racism laws. So they actually hired a white actor to play as if he was a CEO of a major corporation in order for them to actually buy certain commercial real estate and certain houses and whatnot. And basically he just bought it and put it in the company's name, which was actually owned by the two Black men. So I haven't seen that movie yet, but I know that was a genius movie. I remember there was an issue before the pandemic where it didn't come out, but it was made. So I got to figure that one out, but it is what it is. But anyways, let me get back to this. Yeah, I'm going off on my rant. The article also stated that my main recommendation is to engage competent advisors, financial and legal early. Mergers and acquisitions is much of an industry as it is a process. And like every other industry, there are qualified and sophisticated practitioners, financial, legal, and otherwise, who focus on identifying, leading, and consummating M&A transactions on a daily basis. Any business owner who is considering a potential M&A transaction should start at a minimum by discussing the process with a financial advisor and a legal advisor to set expectations and better understand the potential pros and cons. And this always goes to show you you have to pay to play in the game of life, especially within the business world. A lot of times people come into things, especially businesses, with a McDonald's dollar menu mindset, but they're not willing to shell out anything and risk it all in order for them to become successful. The article also stated that mergers and acquisitions, either as part of a business growth strategy or as part of its owner's exit strategy, should be considered at founding or as soon as possible thereafter. Basically, it's never too early to start thinking about potential investment transactions, whether it be growth equity fund rise, the acquisition of another business or business line, or liquidity event for the founder/owner. Also, in the wonderful world of crowdfunding campaigns, where basically anyone via the internet can obtain a multitude of investors to take their business to the next level, it's a beautiful thing. Like you see with Jay Morrison with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund down in Atlanta, Georgia. So being able to grow your business, a lot of times it's not just about money, it's about being able to have the right access to the right people. Who you are around matters a lot, family. And unfortunately, a lot of times people don't want to take that into consideration because they still want to hang out with people they went to high school with, certain instances they went to college with, or they might have been in the service with. But are they a part of not only who you were, but are they a part of who you are now and who you are trying to be? It's just like I heard tonight, I was listening to a podcast on the business with Jason Black, and he stated, and I quote, he's like, because I can relate to this statement, and I know a lot of you can as well. He said, end quote, that when he was coming up in his 20s and whatnot, he was looking at his elders and he was like, I didn't disrespect them, but I was looking at them like, well, I don't want to be used. When I get your age, I don't want to be in your financial position or your health position. So therefore, I really don't have that much to hear from you because you don't have any good wisdom and guidance, because the world that you know is not the world no longer. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, because he's in his 40s, so he's like, hey, he's looking at his older generation, people who are 20 to 30 years older than him. He's like, hey, the plants and the factories aren't really here anymore. The new dynamics of the economy has changed. Pensions don't really exist anymore. So you can't just have one good job and that's going to be the end of it. The economy has changed. So I can't really listen to you because your wisdom, you don't have as much wisdom, and not only that, you don't have as much wisdom that's going to take me to the next level. And that's the kind of people you got to be around, people that are willing to take you to the next level. All right. So on that note, family, check out the book by Robert F. Lewis, talking about why should white guys have all the fun. I think it's a great read, and I can't wait to look at it. I've looked at certain summaries of it and other people's perspectives. And do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Check out my online store. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, check out Stash, check out Acorns, check out crypto.com, WEBULL, all that good stuff. You have opportunity to make money once you sign up for the accounts. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Take care, family.